Hey water signs, it's Suzanne with Sunny Forest Tarot here to do a little Monday motivation. Okay, why am I doing this? Because Mondays can be, I don't know, difficult for a lot of people, right? And I gotta tell you, I will not be posting my general readings on Mondays anymore. Okay, I will be posting general readings, all 12 of them, on Tuesdays. Okay, so why is that? Because I'll be honest with you, Mondays I see more negativity than I do on any other day. So I feel like we've got to switch it up to something positive on Mondays to start the week off right. All right, so let's do that. All right, so we're going to use my Sunny Forest Tarot Awakening Journey deck. And then we're going to use tarot. We're going to use some oracle cards just to get a general flavor of possibly something that you're dealing with right now. Water signs. Whoops, that card's not supposed to be in there. Okay, so there's that. One more. So water signs, this is for Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. All right, so let's see what we have here, shall we? Okay, so the first card for you here, it says, I am learning that all problems resolve themselves. This should be very comforting to you, okay? And it's very true. If you think about a problem that you had 6 months ago, chances are things are either better now or this problem that you had may not exist anymore. You know, if it happens to be worse, then we're still just in the learning process, all right? On the back here, it says, when you have a problem, a desire exudes forth from you, and Source hears it and answers it immediately. Once you remove your attention from the problem, you then allow the solution. Give birth to the question and let it go, and allow the answer to flow. So this is, you know, a little bit about surrender. You know, being able to surrender to the universe to allow things to unfold and happen for your gain, for your benefit. Okay? All right. So what do we have here? We have being present versus looking back. I love this card because it's so true, and being present is where your power is. So when you spend a lot of time looking back or being in the energy of regret or guilt or shame or fear, that's not serving you today at all, okay? So, you know what this is saying, be present today. You know, enjoy the moment. That's where your power is, okay? And we'll clarify with tarot as to what that's about for you. And then we have awareness of judgment. So, you know, this is about you, okay? So when you're in the present moment, which I feel like is what this reading is about for you, and awareness of your judgment towards other people. How often do you find yourself judging somebody in the car, you know, in front of you, or judging somebody in the line ahead of you, or judging a family member as to how they speak to you. Let go of judgment, or at least have an awareness that you are judging. Human beings have a tendency to judge all day, every day, and it's exhausting. Try thinking the best of who you're standing next to. Try thinking the best of who is in front of you, that their intentions aren't towards you, that their intentions aren't towards making your life difficult. Have the best, assume the best of people. Assume the best of your boss, that they're not asking you to do something because they're trying to make your life unpleasant, but because they're trying to get a larger goal accomplished. So have an awareness of what it is that you judge throughout the day. Being present, having an awareness of what you judge, helps you realize that you are learning and that all problems resolve themselves. So why waste your time and your energy towards judgment? Why waste your time on spending time in the past or judging the past, judging yourself in the past, judging things that you see as mistakes in the past? Why do that? Why do that to yourself? It's wasted energy, because you are much better served being positive and present without judgment in the moment today. What else do we have here? Twin flame is awakening. Awakening is twin flame. So, for some of you, you might be dealing with somebody that you consider a very, very special connection. All right? It might be the person that has helped you to find tarot online, the person that, you have been researching information about what your connection is, about what the attraction is, what the experience is about, because it feels different or special. And suddenly you find tarot. Okay, that's how a lot of people find it, right? They start searching soulmate, incredible connection, whatever the case is. But, if you would, hi Barney, are you coming in? I was waiting for you. Hi, sweetness. All right, you gonna go in your house? That's a good boy. Okay, so, getting back to twin flame, all right? For some of you, it's old information. For some of you, it's brand new information. Twin flame, is a type of soul connection that, can be revolutionary to you in your life. But it also creates the process of the awakening. Awakening to your soul's journey, awakening to your soul's purpose, and your soul's growth is what the twin flame, journey, from my perspective, is really about. It changes you fundamentally. So let's see. Let's clarify. Why are these cards coming up for you? Let's see. All right, so being present versus looking back. The High Priestess. So, you might sense or know that this is true. You might know that putting your energy into looking back is not productive. Okay, being present is where your power is. That's where the High Priestess, that's where you can in the most solid way, listen to your intuition. You cannot be listening to your intuition if you're focused on, what somebody did to you yesterday or what you think is going to unfold today. If you're in the past or if you're in the future, you're not in the present, and you're definitely not listening to your intuition, because the only energy that you can really be in when you're focused in the past or the future is your thoughts, and your thoughts lie to you. Your intuition is, that deep place within you that you can listen to and trust. But you can't do it if you're focused in the past or in the future. So being present, try spending the entire day being present in the moment, no matter what you're doing. You might be driving, you might be drinking your coffee, but nothing you are doing in the present is overwhelming, is too difficult to handle, because all you have is today. So you might as well enjoy it as much as possible. Whoever you're talking to, make the most out of that conversation. Really focus on listening to that person versus being heard, and see what happens. Awareness of judgment. What do you tend to judge during the day? Queen of Wands. So interesting. I feel like this in particular is comparative thinking. Queen of Wands, tends to be specifically the female in the room that stands out. Okay? The female in the room that everybody looks at. The female in the room that everybody's impressed by. Okay? It doesn't have to be a female, all right? But with the Queen of Wands, there's feminine energy there. So it feels like there's somebody for you specifically that you might judge harshly, possibly because they stand out in a positive way. And this could be, somebody that you're actually jealous of, somebody that you're envious of. Waste of time because, their qualities, their specific qualities and gifts might stand out to more people, but you have qualities and gifts as well. They may not be the same as this person, and you may not have these particular gifts or qualities. So what? Actually, nobody cares. Nobody really cares. Think about the experience that this person must go through, being the object of a lot of judgment, just because they might have certain qualities and gifts that stand out. Guess what? Their life isn't, roses and sunshine all the time either, for different reasons than yours isn't roses and sunshine all the time. But when you focus on what somebody else has versus what you have, it's counterproductive to you. It takes you out of the present, and it's like, it's counterproductive for you. So if there's somebody that you're jealous of, or there's somebody you're envious of, try to let that go and focus on your gifts, your great qualities. Because, and think about it in the reverse. Would you want somebody doing that to you? You don't. And the more you spend time judging others, the more you might be aware of others judging you. And that's not a good energy to be in. All right, so what do we have over here? This twin flame is awakening, and awakening is twin flame. We have, whoops, we've got the Page of Swords. So what I was talking about before with this twin flame, I feel like some of you are researching it. You're researching soulmates. You're researching a special type of connection. You know, you're researching why you might feel different. You know, you're trying to find the truth. And, you know, all of these cards in a way go together, because you're not going to ever find, I mean, you'll find a lot of things online about twin flames and soulmates, but it's really about how you define the experience for yourself. The experience that you go through is special, you know, and you might find that other people have had similar experiences on their journey, but, you know, overall, your experience is going to be completely different than, you know, somebody else's. So, you know, while you're, you know, trying to get truthful information, you might be watching somebody that you're very interested in. You might be watching their social media. You might be making the twin flame all about romance, you know, and that certainly can be a part of it. But, you know, the twin flame journey I feel like it's really about an awakening of self-love within yourself. You know, and I don't talk a lot about twin flame because of that, because I don't want to be somebody that, you know, defines this, because I feel like it's undefinable. You know, it's something that you figure out as you go, and you create your own definition of what it is for you. You know, the soulmate experience is probably the easier experience, and it doesn't necessarily awaken you to a deeper part of yourself, because you're finding somebody that doesn't necessarily challenge you in your life, but somebody that is very cohesive with you, almost like not a mirror image of you, but, you know, you see a lot of the same qualities in somebody that you see in yourself. Okay? So that's why the twin flame, in my opinion, you know, opens you up to the shadow side of yourself. You know, and that might be something that is happening for you right now. So for you, water signs, you know, I feel like the message for Monday for you, you know, is about staying present, enjoying the moment. Monday will pass, okay? And you can either go through Monday enjoying the day and realizing there's nothing throughout that day that's going to make or break you. But if you go through the day being present and not necessarily worrying about what happened last week or what's going to happen next week, and focusing your energy on what you can accomplish or do today or enjoy today, your Monday is going to be much, much more enjoyable, okay? Focusing on awareness of judgment, how often you're judging other people through the day, okay? You might be shocked at how often that comes up, you know, and it's really not our job, you know, to be judging other people. You know, we're here to be the best versions of ourselves. So if you divert that energy from, you know, who you're judging to focusing on how you can be the best version of yourself, you've just won the day completely. You know, and believe it or not, there's somebody out there that's probably jealous and envious of you, you know, and is thinking judgy, icky, nasty thoughts about you. And it's like, you don't have to let yourself experience that. just by being kind and assuming the best of people, you will ward that off too. If you're dealing with a twin flame, or you think you might be dealing with a twin flame, try to resist seeking out information. By being present and listening to your own intuition, that's where you're going to get the most information, honestly. It really is. You can, of course, research if you want, other people's experiences, but I'm telling you, it's really about, the signs and symbols and experiences that you have, where you see yourself, you see the shadow side of yourself more clearly, and you see the best version of yourself more clearly. All right, so what do we have here? Courage. So this is something to focus on today as well. You might be lacking courage in a specific situation. So the lesson here is, I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. So there might be something that is scaring you right now, that you have a fear of. And it could be any of these things, actually. Where do you find yourself struggling the most? Is it constantly berating yourself for mistakes of the past, or what are perceived mistakes of the past? Not being present, not enjoying your day, not making other people's days better? Is it, constantly worrying about what other people are doing and judging them for it? Or you might be going through, a twin flame journey that scares you a little bit. So, it feels like today, and this can be a message for the week, it's about finding the courage, finding the inner strength to face your fear with confidence, because things are always working out the way they're supposed to. So if you find the courage to address something that needs to be addressed, good for you. Good for you. And ultimately, you're learning that all problems resolve themselves, so why have fear? If it feels good to you to address something, then address it. Let's explore one more here. Page of Swords, Queen of Cups. So Queen of Cups, your twin flame journey might be about discovering what unconditional love is. And all of this has a piece in unconditional love, because unconditional love does not judge. That's why it's unconditional. Unconditional love is, you have to be present to experience unconditional love. And being present is, for a while, it's a skill that you build, until it becomes more natural. This is why, specifically right here, okay, this is why I'm not in the corporate world anymore. You know why? Because the corporate world forces you to focus on looking back at the numbers of yesterday. How did we do yesterday? And how are we going to do tomorrow? A lot of corporate, especially higher level corporate positions, are very unsatisfying to a lot of people, even though they might make a lot of money, okay? Are very unsatisfying to people because they're forced to be not in the present. Have you ever thought of it that way? If you're in a corporate position and you're finding yourself facing a lot of fear on a daily basis, okay? Fear can only happen based on something that has happened to you or something you think is going to happen to you. You really can't have fear in the present moment, because That's all there is, really. The present moment is all we really have. So that's why I'm not in the corporate world anymore, because I was forced to constantly have to explain why certain numbers happened yesterday, and we constantly had to look at how we're going to have better numbers tomorrow. And that's what I would work on today, is what happened in the past and what's going to happen in the future. So I know that the positions or jobs that I have been happiest in are positions that force me to be in the present, like what I'm doing right now. So that's something to think about for those of you that aren't happy in your positions. Think about how much of your time is spent focusing on what you're doing right now, your day today, how much impact you can make in your day today. Not focusing on what happened yesterday, not focusing on what is happening tomorrow. And you know what? And that's why those positions, honestly, are the most disposable. The people that are in jobs that focus on making things happen today, those are the jobs right now that are most secure. And I don't say that in any way to scare anybody, okay? But it might help some of you to realize and think about, how you're spending your day. And if your Mondays if you're in that dreaded Monday phase, there's a reason for that. So this card might be speaking to the fact that some of you might need to take a look at finding some inner strength to face some fears with confidence. Okay? All right. That's your little Monday message, okay? Again, just to help you all start your day off maybe a little bit better, start your day off with a little bit more of a positive outlook and maybe a different outlook that could help you not only on Mondays, but, throughout the week. All right? All right, water signs, that's what I have for you. You can look for the general readings to be posted tomorrow on Tuesday. So from now on, they're going to be posted on Tuesday because people are generally happier on Tuesday. So that is why they're coming out on Tuesday, and we're trying to inject some positivity on Mondays. All right? All right, guys, thanks so much. Have a fantastic day and fantastic week. All right? All right, thanks. Bye.